Excuse me. Welcome back to Seirei Chronicles Anime Review, episode number 2. Yes, I will keep the full title in the actual title, but I'm still going to refer to it as simply Seirei Chronicles because the first part is a bit hard to pronounce, so I'm just going to call it Seirei Chronicles. This is basically going to discuss episodes 3 and 4 for the series. 3 kind of wraps up the whole thing with the royal cavity stuff pretty quickly. So, Rio, despite he knows magic, he has to basically play ignorant, thinking he doesn't know how to use magic. Like, Ho's more of an imitation, so they have this group, they have this practicing light magic, and they have this group exercise getting down this mountain, and then I think it's Albert, I think it is, the guy who's the head of the class, where he is being a dick. A massive dick. And it seems like the series is like the nobles. Now, Christine and Flora basically never like this at all, because they're pretty decent people. But the male nobles, wow. It is so obvious even the kids are complete dicks. Like, if they were a little bit older, I probably would punch it for me, but be a massive dick to people. So, we have this, and of course because Rio doesn't know magic, so he has to be the bag carrier. So, he carries all their bags. Flo is like, why are you doing this for? Just like, yeah, she's not happy with it. It's implied there might be something more with her, but here's the thing. And it's shown in the series, she's never spoken to him outside of the brief conversation they had back in episode 1. So basically they end up like, yeah, bring out some goblins. We counted the guy from the first episode who killed that guy who Rio about in the first episode. He's back here for some reason. So then of course, they got this alleged shortcut. They come across a group of 4 goblins, eliminate them pretty easily. And then, of course, they, get clearing. Nope, it's a cliffside. And it is possible that he may have gotten bad info, but he refuses to admit it. Because he's a dick. And then we have 3 ogres show up. And everybody's trying their damnedest. And, of course, this duke's son, who gets sliced in the leg, accidentally knocks over Philo over the cliff. So Rio decides to jump and uses his magic. Yes, because he has to lie about it. Puts her back up and she's perfectly fine. He, of course, has to fake ignorance over faking his death. Possibly not surviving a fall from a cliff. But hey, he once again saved Princess's life. That's the second time he's done that. So then, of course... Oh, by the way. Right after this, they're attacked by a freaking Minotaur. They don't say it's Minotaur, but literally it is. It's a Minotaur. They tried their damnedest. Nothing is working. Ends up, I think it was like another one attacking Princess Flo. And then Rio comes in, slices thing to pieces, and defeats it that way. And of course, because the idiot son of a duke basically does not want to accept responsibility for accidentally nearly killing the freaking princess of the kingdom. It could have been that it was his fault. He could act like a proper gentleman. Nope. He'd rather be a massive dick about it and blame the person who had nothing to do with it. Oh, to protect his reputation. So Rio gets blamed for it. Rio basically is all about this, so he proceeds to leave. Because he's probably thinking, wow. Now, he doesn't say this in the show. I'm sure he's probably thinking in his head that, yeah, I'm going to leave because I don't want to deal with this bullcrap. So he leaves. He does tell Celia, basically, he does leave. He's going to the kingdom, of course, says goodbye to her. He'll see her again, and of course, he leaves. And of course, he's declared a fugitive, despite the fact that he did nothing wrong. So he ends up basically in another town. This was explained next episode. He gets in another town, and he mentioned, he comes across pasta. Yes, pasta. He's like, Yeah, and of course, at this point, he's now accepting of his previous life's memories. But at first, he didn't want them. Now he's accepting them, which is kind of a bit hypocritical. So he tries it, loves it, and go to this particular guild. You get stuff in bulk. It's almost like basically the show's version of Sam's Club. That's literally what this place is like. Get the stuff in bulk. Because that's what Sam's Club is known for. Selling stuff in bulk. But at least basically the prices make freaking sense for selling stuff in bulk. So then just, of course, mentions this person named Oh, they also sent an assassin after him, girl. That basically have here, Lasai Krita. Yep. Where, by the way, she's voiced by Jenny Yokobori. Those of you not familiar with her, she is also known for voicing a character in Genshin Impact. Yomiya. I don't know who this is going to play. She's also been. She'll play Alice in Fire Emblem Heroes. 2 games that Brianna Park could have been in. Now, aside from this very series, the only other series I've heard this actress in is Eden Zero as Zomi. Yep, she was in that one. I think she was the narrator of the series, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's it. So this makes like the second series I've seen that she's been in. Yeah. Now those who ask me, have I ever seen anything else with her in it? No. No, I haven't. So, oh yeah, she's like very popular, and apparently she basically has all these basically inside this place, it's she's dressed up as a maid because basically she's one blue hair in the episode. Watch it. So it's like she's very nice to him, and of course, oh, he's got black hair. That's interesting. Yeah, this is actually a setup for something that probably happened later on because there's actually a reason why that she actually does all this modern stuff, and I'm not gonna say what it is because it's a spoiler. So then, of course, in the episode, he's followed by this mysterious person. So, of course, basically, he's acting like a proper gentleman with her, and just has tea. Like, oh, like what tea leaves, and of course, all this other stuff. And it's very implied that Latte has got a thing for him, given the fact how she acts in front of him. So then, after buying all this stuff, then he just like, oh, it's all some sort. He goes, no, I've gone to physical training. So he proceeds to leave. And then, of course, not only got to leave this particular city, then he's attacked by the mysterious person who turns out to be a female beast person. And her name is Lavatia. Yeah. And they show a flashback. Yeah, this is actually the little girl, the elementary school girl who was actually on the bus that was crashed back in the flashback in the first episode. Which, that's interesting. Now, that thing was what happens in the very episode. Now, after defeating her, and of course taking off her cloak and taking off her weapons, and removing the collar of submission, which he easily moves it. And despite the fact this is nearly impossible to do this in Hound of the Same Demon Lord, because the characters always seen wearing these collars. In the case of this series, it's very simple to remove it. Just use the spell. And, of course, she explains everything. Of course, apparently he's working like, oh, Lord Stewart. And he figures, oh, yeah, it's that silver hair kid, basically, who probably falsely accused me. Yeah. And, of course, he demanded she refer to him as Lord Stewart. Yep. Proving how much of a massive dick he is. And, of course, basically, like, oh, you have pasta. And, of course, where she says some stuff, and of course he figures, oh, she's a reincarnation like he is. Like, I like that. In fact, and here's the weird thing, his tent is a teepee. I'm not kidding about that. It's a little teepee. I'm not sure why they designed this like this for in the anime, but yeah, that's a teepee. How do I know this? I've been inside one. I had one in my house. This is different one Native Americans use. But yeah, that's a freaking teepee. Those who get what TV is, it's this tall tower cloth thing that has like this door in the front that's also made of cloth. It's basically not with a zipper like tents are. This is basically one with a where the door is closed with basically kind of like a button. You kind of like wrap around like a little thing to close the hatch of the thing, and you basically it's big enough to hold people inside to lie down. That's kind of what it does here. And it looks like he has blankets. Now, have I slept in a teepee before? I have. Once. Briefly. I once also decided for some stupid reason, decided to set up a tent in my family's backyard and try to sleep in that, and I decided to just go to my own bed anyways, because Yeah, I read it on camping. So at first she's a wander along, and then apparently because of the fact she's like him. He just basically has it come along no problem. Like, okay, interesting. And of course, basically, well, they're very tired by the end of the next episode here, and we're leading to what happens next. And of course, basically, then they both get knocked out by the end of episode 4, leading into the events of the very next episode. Great, 2 episodes so far. I like the episodes. Yes, I like the fact we actually have 2 noble children acting like massive dicks. I would say that these 2 boys are actually more dicks than, excuse me, than the ones over in the Aristocrats World Adventure. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do another like button. Well, it turns out basically as a reincarnated aristocrat, that was not released today. That took a week off. So, unless somehow I see a release for Fairy Tail, I probably only have 3 animated today, which is going to be interesting. So, I've decided though, let's do 2 episodes of Seirei Chronicles. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to do that next, and then work on Rabbit Half, Is Our Turn Goes Dungeon, and cap it off with 7 Deadly Sins. And of course, if Fairy Tail comes out, I will watch that too. But until the next video, bye.